What's up, y'all? Reggie here. All right, trying to do a video here before the sun goes down, before I go into the gym. It's 6:40 here in beautiful Greenville, South Carolina. It was a beautiful day. Right now it's around 63 degrees, and beautiful fall day here. I hope everybody out there is doing well, and it's cool. I want to say it's cool to be, communicating with so many people around the globe. I mean, this is really cool. So, a little update on me. I got serious in my weight loss again about a month ago, and I've been doing, not every day, but I've been doing some videos weighing in, and I haven't gotten those up yet, but I will, because I think they're important. There's important things to talk about, and I'm going to keep doing that. But I got serious for about 2 weeks, and then I took about 2 weeks off, and then I got serious again last week. So I've lost a considerable amount of weight this week, and I got myself up before that, though, to my heaviest weight ever, which I think was 280. I don't know if it was 280, 281, something like that. So now I can say that I've actually gained about 50 pounds doing intermittent fasting, mostly intermittent fasting, right? Because I'm always bragging about that when we talk about this calories in, calories out stuff. But anyway, that's anecdotal. But again, it is about calories in, calories out. And that's my main point with this video. But I want to explain some things and kind of dispel some myths around this. Again, hopefully I will, there's no hopefully. I will be using these videos to kind of motivate myself to have more accountability, so I can show changes taking place and maybe help give some of y'all some motivation too. I've been tired of being this big for the past few years. And, plus I just need it for marketing purposes, right? I need to look more like a fitness tutor or, an athlete, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, so I got inboxed by a member a few weeks ago, and, she had some concerns about us always talking about calories in, calories out, right? And how we speak condescendingly about certain doctors and gurus and et cetera, et cetera. And yes, we do, because those people are idiots, and they're basically trying to rob people, right? When you lie to people in an attempt to make money off of people, that's robbing as far as I'm concerned. It's very unethical, it's immoral, and you should be spoken about condescendingly as far as I'm concerned. Blah, blah, blah. But anyway, even when we don't do it condescendingly, this is the reason why we're so defensive about this and offensive. Because just because a person has lied to a lot of people to get them to change their behavior, it doesn't mean that you should applaud these people. They're just basically hacking a basic weakness in a lot of human psychology. So I will stick with the high ground where it's way harder to make money and way harder to be successful in what we're doing. Because, look, if I told you the world was going to end in a year, and if you lost 30 pounds before the world ends, or before some deadline, we could save the world, or you'll have, eternal bliss, and you'll get blah, 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 right? Whatever. How many things that were like that when you were a kid? Certain things were lied to you so that you could behave a certain way. But it was ultimately more beneficial to keep you on this certain track, right? So it's the same thing, except it involves money. And it's a lie. By any other name, it's a lie. So if I can get you to change your behavior, it doesn't matter what I call it. And these people know this. And if they don't know it, again, what's worse? A doctor who doesn't understand this basic fact about basic level human metabolism, right? Energy balance. What's worse? A doctor who doesn't understand that, or a doctor who does and still lies to you because it's easier to make money off of it. So, let me see if I can I? Oh man, I didn't put my phone on freaking do not disturb or whatever. So hopefully I won't get a call in the middle of this. But so that's the reason why we're always going on about it. And another important point is that and to get into some of the false narratives that have been created by some of these people, and that we create, I think, by accident, everybody else, is that just because it's that simple does not mean that it's easy. Simple does not always mean easy. So being a billionaire is simple. You need to have $1 billion worth of assets. It doesn't mean that it's easy. So this is a simple fact about human metabolism. Doesn't mean that it's easy to pull off in your everyday life or in any one person's life. It's certainly not. It's kind of easy for me, but I don't like it. It's not enjoyable as I want it to be usually, right? I have to restrict certain things. It's just easier for me because I've got a lot of experience, and it's easier for me to change my eating because I can change my wants. So, as I talk about often, as far as I'm concerned, you want to get to a place to where you're not eating anything you don't want to eat. And just because another false narrative, just because we can eat junk, it doesn't mean that we are telling anybody to eat junk, and it doesn't mean that we condone eating a bunch of junk. We're just saying that if you do slip up, or if you want to plan a little bit of quote-unquote junk so that you feel like you're not in jail, so to speak, or this prison, or this over-obsessive, system that you need to be in, you can have ice cream, cookies, or really anything under the sun. But that's not us telling you to go out and eat McDonald's. That's not us suggesting that you should eat any one bad food. All right, so there's that false narrative, right? And this whole thing about, broccoli not being the same as candy or Snickers or a chocolate bar. Well, no, of course it's not the same. But you'd be an idiot to eat a whole bunch of broccoli all day long. You'd be an idiot to eat nothing. Well, you'd be an idiot to eat nothing but broccoli, right, all day. You'd be an idiot to eat nothing but chocolate all day. So it's just a false narrative. And that's not what we're talking about. And there's so many things wrong with that. I'll talk about that in another video. I don't want this to get too long and drawn out. But again, you eat nothing but broccoli, you're going to die a slow, painful death. Same way as if you ate nothing but freaking chocolate or whatever. It's just silly. Please stop doing that. But again, so we're not saying that it's easy. We're not saying that you shouldn't be trying to eat mostly good food. And that's what we always say. 80% plus of mostly good food, and then you can fill in with other quote-unquote non-diet type food. Doesn't mean go out and eat pizza, but there's nothing wrong with pizza, by the way, but doesn't mean go out and eat a whole pizza or something one day. But you could, right? You see what I'm saying? So I've never seen anybody suggest that somebody eat candy and not pizza isn't that bad, but eat a bunch of crap like candy bars and all this other stuff, Twinkies or whatever. I've never seen anybody suggest that. And just because a person can and they can go on about their day, it doesn't mean that that's what CICO means. All right? CICO is just about the calorie balance. It's not about prescribing certain foods. So let's get that out of the way, because one of the points that this member suggested with an article that she sent me, and I was, it is important. And this article was talking about, if you tell people to count calories, they made it sound like it's a worse thing, right? Because most people don't go about it well. So, but yeah, if you tell people to count calories, it can be obsessive for some people, some personality types. For some personality types, it's not. If you know anything about the DISC profile or anything similar to that, different personality types respond to certain types of language or certain types of communication, in regards to their environment. For some people, having them count calories is the best, most awesome thing ever. Calories, macros, etc. Because those people are going to do it. They're going to see results, and they're going to build on that, and they're going to knock it out the park. Some personality types are not like that. So, and then you have other things. Many of you know about this sort of stuff. So anyway, but yeah, telling people to eat less, move more, and just leaving it at that is not the best way to go about talking about CICO and calories in, calories out. Even though technically it is correct. You're either going to eat less and or move more. if you're losing weight. You just might not know that. So there's things you can do to help you eat less calories, and you might not know that you're eating less calories. You know, case in point when it comes to people having success with keto. Again, and we can talk about that more in depth later, right? So, or vegetarianism, the total opposite of keto for the most part, right? Being vegan or vegetarian, total opposite. And both people change their lives when they do these things because they're using a system that allows them to make changes without calling it what those technical changes are. And they're eating more vegetables, or they're eating more protein, or, you know, a combination of both, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, there's that. So, and I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of people, a lot of experts, a lot of the other admin, most other admin, and just other people out there. What we're saying when we're repeating this calories in, calories out thing over and over again is that we are trying to comfort you and reassure you and motivate you by letting you know that there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing wrong with your metabolism. That's all we're doing. It's not saying that it's a simple, easy thing. It's just saying that you need to be paying more attention to something and perhaps paying less attention to other things. So that's what it is. That's what it is for me, at least. I know it's not easy. I know it's not the easiest thing to pull off for people. And just telling people, I think we should not tell people just eat less, move more. You need to explain that. And that's what I try to do over and over again with these long videos and these long drawn out paragraphs. And when I'm getting into these unfortunate arguments with people. By the way, whenever we tell somebody that they're wrong about something, it doesn't mean that it's an invitation to start an argument, because we only talk about 3 or 4 things. We only really kind of put our foot down about 3 or 4 concepts because they are the most important concepts. Everybody likes to feel special and different, but our metabolisms are not that different. Just like your lungs and eyes and ears work the same as mine, as I said in my other video, our metabolisms are those things. Now, our individual lives are different. And that's what makes us so special, is that as intermittent fasters, we are taking control, and we can better control ourselves. Ultimately, that's the goal. And that is what makes us special. Not that we're hacking our metabolisms and we're doing all this bull crap when it comes to autophagy, GH and all this other crap these people are trying to sell you to make it more sensational. What's making us special is that we have this, and we are developing a higher than average level of self-control. Make that be special. Not that you are a special snowflake and calories in, calories out doesn't work for you. You just didn't understand what you were doing wrong. All right? And you might have gotten into some system that helped you change your behavior without getting into understanding it. You don't need to understand calories in, calories out. You don't need to understand how any of this works. You just need to be consistent with changing your behavior. And if telling you to eat a bunch of meat and put fat in your coffee helps you not eat as much as you did before, or helps you feel like you're more full and makes you feel like you're eating more than you were before because now you're eating more meat than you ever have in your life, or now you're eating more vegetables, and those things help you stay more satiated, so you eat less, and et cetera, and then you see results because the scale went down because you lost a bunch of water in your first 3 days, and now you're even more apt to keep doing these things. But those things help you become more consistent in changing your behavior. That makes you special. All right? So don't let anybody ever think, that you're not special for being able to even start. This is some of the most important stuff. That's why I'm so passionate about it. I think getting on top of your health and fitness, there's nothing more important to me as far as I'm concerned. You can make all the money in the world, and if you die, what good is it? If you die from something, easily preventable, or you're living like you feel like crap, it's just, and it doesn't have to be a complex, hard thing. You just need to be consistent, and you're always adjusting. You're always adjusting for the most part. I'm always adjusting every day, and you're never going to be perfect with this stuff, right, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we're closing on the 15-minute mark. But just wanted to do a video. Hey, break it up in sections. Listen to some of it. while you're making some food or something. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I listen to a lot of videos. But, you know, hopefully in the future I'll make some shorter videos. But I just kind of want to do a little rant and kind of talk about this because I think it's important. So I'm going to upload this video when I get in the gym, get here on Wi-Fi, and I'll share it to the group. Shout out to everybody, and have a good day, man. See y'all on the other side. Fast forward.